Thank you all for being here, for supporting us, and I am going to introduce you to Emily Pike.
My name is Emily Pike, and I'm the Executive Director of New Hope for Families. I have the pleasure of knowing Dan for a little over 5 years. I met Dan at his home away from home, the Uptown Bar. Seriously, I was 5 minutes late to meet my friends, and I find this guy sitting in my chair. And of course, being the introvert that Dan is, I quickly learned a lot about Dan, and when he learned what I do, he said, hey, I want to do something. And so he said, it was January, he said, you know, usually I donate a bunch of toys for Christmas, but it's January and I don't want to wait that long, so can I just text you in a couple of weeks? And people sometimes say things like that to me, and so I was like, sure, yeah. And sure enough, Dan shows up with David, where's he? A couple of weeks later in the pouring rain with 2 trucks full of toys to donate to children experiencing homelessness in our community. And that's the first of many times that Dan's done that. And I like to tell that story because it tells a lot about who Dan is. You know, if you know Dan very well, you know that one thing Dan's not short on is thoughts. He's not short on opinions, okay? But I'll tell you a thing, a lot of people in this town, a lot of people in this world are not short on thoughts. They're not short on opinions. They're not short on thoughts about what should be different, about what needs to change to solve the problem, about what someone else should be doing. And that's where Dan's different. Because Dan's thoughts aren't just about what someone else ought to do, they're about what he could do. And they're about making a difference where he can. They're about being thoughtful about that and putting his passion and his intelligence and his connections, both in professional and personal, to work in this community and worldwide. And this project is just the latest iteration of that. So it's been such a pleasure to watch it grow from an idea to a reality, and I can't wait to see what happens next. So I'm thrilled to be a part of it this evening. And next up, we're going to hear from the brand new Executive Director, Lori Garrity.
Emily, I have to say that you're a hard act to follow. I'll just start there. So my name is Lori Garrity. I'm the new Executive Director for the International Art Project, or IAP. You will see IAP everywhere. First, I also want to say thank you all for being here. It is our opportunity to just tell you who we are, share what we're doing and our excitement for it. So for those of you who don't know me, I have been involved in the nonprofit sector for over 15 years. I also teach for over 15 years at the O'Neill School of Public and Environmental Affairs. I teach nonprofit management, fundraising, information about the third sector overall. I teach at the graduate level and the undergraduate level. Prior to joining IAP, I served for 8 years as the Executive Director of Development and Alumni Relations for the O'Neill School. So I've done a lot, been a lot of different, been involved with a lot of different organizations. And so why here? What drew me here? And I will tell you, it is the uniqueness of this organization, it's so different. It is bringing together 2 disparate ideas, art and impact. It's global and it's local. And I will tell you, I've devoted my life to doing good and making a difference in people's lives. And this is what this organization is allowing me to do. And so that is why I'm here. So, to share his vision and his passion and his excitement about IAP, I would like to introduce Daniel Gupta, the founder of the International Art Project.
Can I just place more cannons instead? Is that cool? First of all, thank you so much, Emily, Zach. Thank you guys for speaking. Lori, oh my goodness. I'll tell you guys what a difference Lori has made in my life. All of her experience. She's become such a incredibly valuable member to this team, and everyone absolutely adores her, and she's a pleasure to work with. So, thank you very much. prior to getting into the model of what we're doing at IAP and why and how it works, I just want to shout out one person. I can't really see him right now, but Jonathan Espinosa. Where is Jonathan? I need to get this guy up here. So this man right here is Jonathan Espinosa, and I met Jonathan Espinosa in 2013, and I thought originally that I just met an incredible artist, but he was a lot more than that. He was also an architect and an engineer, and he had the ability to do and create big things. And Jonathan Espinosa is the man that showed me that together we can build big projects. Together, Jonathan Espinosa and I, we built 4 playgrounds, 2 school buildings, 2 libraries, and 12 water projects bringing running water to people in Nicaragua. And he handled it all on his own. He GC'd it. He made big things happen. And it really helped show me the power of the impact that we were able to create, to see all the change that we were able to do. And it made me realize that with the right people and the right teams, big things can get done, and that's really, really cool. So this wouldn't be here without Jonathan Espinosa really connecting the art and doing good in the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Espinosa. Now I'd like to talk to you guys about our model with IAP and what we are doing differently. We fund both local and global impact projects through the sale of donated art. Now, taking in and receiving donated art is not a new model. Museums all over this country take in donated art. That's how they have the majority of their art. But what many people don't know is that these museum models, over 90% of their holdings oftentimes sit in storage. Rarely does any of their work ever get sold, and in these big storage facilities, some of this work might not ever see the light of day. What we are doing is we are taking donated art and we are selling it to create impact in the world. And that's what differentiates our model between any other type of art model out there. We acquire work from both artists and collectors. For artists, this is a pathway for them to turn their creativity into impact. And also, through the International Art Project, not only do we have our physical home here to give them exposure, but also our online presence. Not just our website, but through all our social media avenues, we're giving artists a platform to be seen on a nationwide level, so their stories can be seen, so their work can be shared. And exposure is really needed for artists. It's one of the most difficult things for these talented people to really get themselves out there, so this is a platform for that. For collectors, donating a piece of art is more than just taking something from your living room and just passing it on. This donated piece of art that you give us can make real change in the world. It can give people running water. It can make impact in our local community. It can do something really special and live with somebody else that's going to truly love and appreciate it. And this is another thing that makes this so powerful. You know, every piece of art already carries its own beauty, its own story, and what we're doing at IAP is we're just adding to that chapter, and we're connecting the art to impact. And each piece you see here tonight doesn't just inspire, it becomes a force for change. Sorry, I got my cheat sheet here. I want to leave you with 3 ways that you guys can be a part of this movement. First of all, when you purchase and bring one of these pieces into your home, you're not only celebrating its artistic value, you're also changing the world for the better. The union of art and humanitarian legacy is what makes this movement unlike anything else that exists. Second, use this space. As you guys can see, we can have some cool events here. Thank you, Chef D. Amazing food, all sorts of cool spaces. And with any event that gets held here, you are helping forward our mission. Other people will be able to see the art, and it'll just be a really cool artistic and cultural capital space, you know, to use for events. And third, share the story. This movement only grows when people hear about it. Tell your friends, introduce us to collectors, artists, companies, or other philanthropic organizations that we can partner with. A single conversation can open the door to the next clean water project or local impact project. And finally, I have a few thank yous. Chef D, Farm, the food is amazing. Spicy, delicious, incredible. Thank you so much. I got another shout out, and I don't think hardly any of you guys know this guy, but Brian, can you come up here for a second? Yes, your husband, this guy here. When we were both kids, about 20 years ago, Brian quit his job when we were flipping cars out of our driveway, and he stuck along my side, and without him, none of this would exist. So thank you very much, brother. I'm sure you all know my mom, and this is Leah Sevion, and best mom, greatest supporter anyone could ever ask for. Thank you. I love you all. To our staff at IAP, you guys are awesome. You are talented, you're incredible, you're creative. You guys put all this together. It's beautiful, and thank you so much. And finally, to all of you here tonight, thank you for coming, for hanging out, for listening, and for being a part of this mission. It means the world to me, and together, let's all just do some cool shit. Thank you. I'm sorry, hey, while I have your attention, I'm sorry, I got a quick couple more things to say. First of all, if you're interested in buying art, Toby Hall, who is absolutely incredible, and a lot of our artists here, she has donated art, and she has her show in the back. She is here, and she can help you out, along with Andrew Bridges, who is more knowledgeable in art than just about anybody I've ever met. He's incredible, and he would be happy to assist you. Jenny Blackwell is our community coordinator and events manager. If you guys would like to host something or do something in this space, Jenny Blackwell is the one to talk to. And if there's any complicated questions, please don't ask me. That's Lori that you come to for any of those. And yeah, that's it. Thank you all very much and enjoy.